Hello and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Gus, and this is part 3 of our series with Olga this week.
Hi.
We're focusing on UI and UX design. She is a professional designer and a co-founder of her own design agency, so we're thrilled to have her here with us this week. Olga, do you want to go ahead and give them kind of like an introduction and a recap of what you've been working on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
So actually, I'm from Ukraine, and I worked as a product designer, and now I have my own design agency called Netrix. And so a little bit about what we have done and what we are going to do today. So we are creating mobile application for dental clinic. And on the first day, we define goals, we talk about our target audience, we discuss flow, and created wireframes. Yesterday, we created UI, and today we are going to create awesome prototypes in Adobe XD.
I'm pumped. That's my favorite step, prototyping. I feel like it's kind of when the magic happens, or if you're not a designer, it's kind of like where you get to be dazzled by animations and kind of have some fun with it.
So this is like wireframes we done the first day, UI from yesterday, and today we are going to create something
cool. And we might, depending on how the prototyping goes, we might have to reiterate some of the designs.
Yeah,
but I think you thought about motion as you were designing. So.
Yeah, and of course we'll need to create, some additional states to make prototype looks good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Really quickly before we jump into the design, I want to say hi to Cindy, Michael, Eric, Rishi. We've got Marwin, Voodoo Val in chat, as always, our constant companion and Dark Sith Lord. We've got Ahmad, Eric, Fernando, Ryan, Jan, thanks for being here.
Hi.
Please join the chat on Behance and come say hi to us. This is a very interactive stream, so we love to hear feedback and questions from you. And while you're here, if you want to get a portfolio review, all you need to do is go to the portfolio review tab. It's on Behance right above the chat, and share your portfolio with us. We ask that it be on Behance or Adobe Portfolio, and we'll actually review it live on stream. So that can be a cool way for you to get some feedback and improve as a designer. And we'll also be giving away a Moo notebook today in about 28 minutes. So if you're here and you haven't logged in, make sure you log in and chat sometime in the next 28 minutes, and you can be eligible to win a Moo notebook. I didn't go to Weather Broadcasting School, as you can tell, with Lay Flat Technology. So stick around for that. And that's it for me. We can go ahead and jump into designs now if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool.
So I think it will be good to start with book appointment flow and make it animated. I want to make these cards moving, and I want to use like drag and drop feature. And actually I had awesome auto animate kit from Adobe, and I played a little bit with it before our stream, so it's really helpful.
Yeah, totally. And if you don't know what this is, you can download it for free on Behance. If you just search Auto Animate UI Kit, or if you're on Behance chat right now, Val will probably share it in just a moment. But you should play around with it because it kind of gives you an indication of what's possible and also teaches you the rules of Auto Animate so you know how to get creative with it.
So yeah, I'm going actually to duplicate this screen for animation because, for example, I want this card to move and become this one. So I need to duplicate this one on this screen, and then I can use auto animate and it change its position. So I'm going to why duplicate, because if something went wrong, I just can quickly remove it. So I have this like a group. I duplicate it. I think I can remove this empty. I duplicate it to this screen, and I change the position and change the size of the group.
I don't see the little draggers.
Yeah. Because we are in prototype mode.
Oh, nice.
We need to switch to design mode.
Yep. And if you want to, I don't know, maybe you could turn on responsive resize, and it would. Oh, there you go. You got it.
Yeah, and just a little bit more.
Yep. And by putting it slightly on the artboard, you're giving XD context, right? You're telling it,
Yeah.
hey, there's this thing, and if I use auto animate, you know that I want to be able to scroll over to it.
This arbor got too close, and this group moved to that arbor. So I put it a little bit far away. So we have this cut here, but we also need to add this one to this arbor.
Mm-hmm.
And move a little bit. Remove background. We don't need it right now. And put it here. And change size. Move a little bit. And we actually can see what is going on. So we select this layer, we select node tab, we select drag. The key thing is that the layers should have the same names in our board. So in this case we can use drag and you can use auto animate.
Mm-hmm.
If they will have different names, it won't work.
Exactly. XD gets a little confused. We've got to keep it consistent, which is why copy and paste is really nice.
Yeah. And let's see how it looks. So play, we drag it. Yeah, actually it works.
That's cool. It's pretty easy. And the button even switched over.
Because a button has the same name.
Yeah.
So this button and this one has the same name, and it just automatically change.
That's so nice.
So let's check it again.
Also, Munir, if you're walking around typing on your laptop and watching the stream, one of them's got to go. You got to sit down and relax, like Jan says. Be safe. Watch Adobe Live and be safe.
And back. So
there's our friend Eric Sue again.
hi, Eric. Yeah, it's pretty quickly and pretty easy.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Now we can add other elements, other screens, and I have the full flow. Actually, first I want to change this one a little bit. I want to have the full experience. So the first nothing will be selected, and then I tap on consultation, and it became selected.
Cool.
So we need to remove. Here is okay. So we come back to design mode. We change fill to white. So we have the same style like here. We change text color.
Nice.
And icon.
Gotta get our tooth back.
And just quickly from our saved assets, we select our color, and that's it.
If this is your first time learning about Adobe XD, or if you're really intrigued to try and learn how to do Adobe Animate or Auto Animate in Adobe XD, this is a great stream to watch. And I think there's also a competition going on right now using Animate in Adobe XD, and I think there's details about that in the Adobe XD Slack channel. So if you join that Slack channel, if you go to bit.ly/XD Slack, and the XD is capitalized, you can go to the Slack channel and check that out.
And I'm going to switch to prototype mode and navigate to this artboard and select tab.
Nice.
And let's see. It's selected. So we have here, we switch to this artboard.
Nice.
And select element. So, and now we are ready to add the next one.
You're flying through this. You're a pro.
It just, few hours before our stream with Auto Animate Kit, and you can be like a pro.
Yeah, Although you have a little bit of animation experience, correct?
Yeah. And actually, all principles are the same, so this is easier. And here I want to have the same experience. I want to have this not selected first. So I switch back to design mode and going to change the fill again. Solid color, white, no shadow.
Full drop shadow.
And
yeah, Fernando, please check out that Slack channel. That can be a great resource for you to also make more of a community around design and UI, UX design, in addition to what you're doing right now.
And we again switch to prototype mode. And first to design, because we need to add this group. Yeah, it's everything selected to this artboard, and add this group to
Gotcha.
the second one.
So that drag transition can
Yeah.
communicate across to
Yeah.
all the designs.
If we don't do it, so there will be no magic.
But if you're playing with this tool and you run into an issue like that, this can be a great pro tip for how to navigate the carousel and the drag tool. Just always keep in mind that like each screen is sort of like a keyframe in your animation, and you need to have consistent assets across keyframes so that XD knows how one translates to the next. Nice.
And I switch back to prototype mode. I select this one, and interesting. You see, I can't add two actions to one element. So here I selected like come back, but I can add one more for the same group. So I need to maybe create flow just in one flow, flow for, because I don't see how I can.
You want to be able to drag one more time? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
I think it should be able to if you make it so your first connection goes to the final carousel.
Yeah, I can do it, but I can't drag and drop to back. I just can to in one flow, in one. Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And here I select tab. Let's see, from the beginning. Yes, I select this one. And the next one. And we need to add last step, and I want to try how it looks on real device using XD Mirror. I'm usually, when creating design for mobile application, I always check on the device. I want to see it on phone. I want to feel all interactions. So it's a little bit different experience that you're watching from desktop.
Yeah, definitely. I think getting it in your hands and playing with it is always really important, especially like if you want to test it on somebody. And you can have them click through a prototype on a computer, but when you're able actually to hand them a phone and tell them to, hey, can you navigate to this, and just see how they do it, can be really valuable.
Yeah, actually we have some tips from our chat that we can create invisible elements on top. Yeah, so
Howard created the kit that we've been using. So Howard is our go-to guy.
Thank you, Howard. I will try.
Yep. Thanks for being here, Howard. We appreciate the help. So yeah, two invisible elements on top of the larger card. One that drags right and one that drags left.
Yeah, I think we'll try it on this screen. So, solid color, white, different border.
Ryan says, how we do. It's always nice to have you here with us, Ryan. Yeah, let's hear some love for Howard in the chat. He is our senior evangelist for Adobe XD. Creates a lot of really cool assets and also helps out quite significantly during the XD Daily Creative Challenges. He creates the assets and runs the show, and he also helps out a lot in the Slack channel. So if you've joined that Slack channel, it's a great place where you can meet Howard, interact with him, and get some feedback.
I'm going to duplicate this card to the third screen, but first I need to group all elements. So we will interact with them like with the one element. So I copy and paste.
Hi F. Smitic, thanks for joining the stream. If you are just tuning in, just to let you know, we're going to be giving away a Moo notebook in about 13 minutes. So stick around, join the chat. That's all you have to do to be eligible to win the prize. You have to type something in chat once you see fireworks behind us. Just to catch you up to speed right now, Olga's prototyping an app that she's been creating over the last 2 days. So she's using some cool tools like Auto Animate. She'll be teaching you how to use some overlays and some fixed elements and use some, techniques to make your application turn from static design into something you can actually interact with.
Yeah, and now we're animating last step in booking appointment flow, last card. And so let's try the way that Howard advised. So I'm going to create, so I have like layer, I'm going to make it invisible, and where it is.
And now it's hiding. You made it invisible and then it disappeared. Hi,
It
Martine.
was unexpected.
I know, right? Caught us by surprise. Hi, Audrey, Jan, Rishi, Ahmad, Milana, Indra, Marwan. Awesome to see you all. Teen, I think it's pronounced Teen, maybe Tine. Thanks for being here. If I don't pronounce your name correctly, please let me know in chat, and I'll do my best to do better the next time. Kurt, thanks for visiting us. First-time visitor. That's always exciting. Welcome to Adobe Live. We're here every week from Tuesday through Thursday, usually for about 6 hours. And each week, our topic changes. So this week, we're focusing on UI and UX design. In 2 weeks, we'll be focusing on another topic, which I believe is illustration. And then, Photoshop, design, motion design, you name it. We cover most design fields. Did it work?
Yeah, check and back. I have tab on, I think I have tab on all element, yeah. I have like here animations tab, but actually it applies to one element in group, but
Yeah.
if I tap anywhere, no.
So maybe we have to tap on the 11 a.m. at the top.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how to. So I'm here and I want to drag and drop, and I just change. Interesting.
Do we need to create a prototype wire that goes backwards with that one?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
one goes forward, one goes backwards?
Yeah, I want to
Oh, you already did
make
that.
it, but you see, it come back to this screen, not
I
to
see.
this one. It's interesting.
Howard, help us. If you're still here. We call on your expertise. Hi, Arlie. Hi, Nobita. Thanks for being here. Awesome to see you. Kurt, do you work at a dentist office? Because that would be crazy. If so, let us know. This is an app that you would use.
Actually, we promised to create a pool.
We did. Yep. You want to remind them what we want to do, or I can if you're deep in the design.
Yeah, please remind
Sure.
because
So-
I'm trying to figure out how to.
I got
make
it. That's
this
my
rock.
job. All right. So what we've asked you to do is actually share app name ideas with us. So this is an appointment booking app for a dentist office. So we need a name. We need a name for the app. And the one that we like the most, you can all vote on it, will actually be the name of the app when the prototype is finished. So let us know. Share them in chat, and maybe Val can make a straw poll and then share the link in chat. G2, our winner from yesterday was, he submitted a design in the very first stream of the day. His name was Rick Bossenbroke, and he designed a pretty cool experience with some really nice interactions and animations. I could show you it in here in just a second. Do you mind if I take the spotlight for a second? Show them the winning
Sure.
design from yesterday?
Sure.
I'm going to try this. Boom. Okay, cool. So this was our winning design. It was submitted by Rick yesterday for the design challenge. And if you're just learning about these design challenges, we actually have them most days that we're live on Adobe Live, where you have to design something in about 4 hours and then share it with us, and you have the chance to win Creative Cloud for a year. So come back again at another week and try one of our challenges. This is it. Nice slider, changes colors as it goes. Then I like this, the slider with the numbers. Although I don't know why I would need to buy 6 seats on a plane, but we thought it was nice. So thanks for sharing it with us. And if you want to do something else, interact with us today, check out the portfolio review tab. We can give you a portfolio review. And as Val says, keep those app names coming. We would love to hear what sort of senses of humor are in the chat, or maybe you can get clever or punny with the name, and then we'll pick a winner and create the app. I think yesterday we had Dent List,
Yes.
Driller.
Driller, I remember it.
What else? Smile Bright, and then just Bright. We had. Y'all had a couple clever ones, but I can't. They all were really scary. Like
Yeah.
Hurt, Toothache. I think Toothpick was one of them. So let us know. Hi, Bojana. Nice to see you. All right, so how are we doing over here?
Actually, I saw that they missed to duplicate some of this group to this screen, and I want to try and see maybe it works.
Cool.
So
Super Dent.
now I'm trying to be sure that every layer had the same name.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why something
Help.
doesn't work.
Help me. Hi, Ash. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. It's always nice to see you. Cool Smile is another name we've got. Teeth Time. Okay, not bad. No tooth, no cry. What was the one about toothpaste?
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste it. Don't waste it. What was it? Something like that? Jan, let us know again. We could just call it Tooth Hurdy. A point dent. Val has 11 names. Oh my gosh. Put 230 in there. So we're trying to drag one more now.
Yeah, actually, when you see here, I change drag to tab, and it works.
Okay, cool.
But if I change it to drag, let's see, it doesn't work.
I see. On this one, do you have...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Here is this layer.
Yeah. Maybe it's because that one doesn't have the 11 a.m. that's also blue. Could that be I don't know, though.
Actually, maybe because we here from this screen we navigate to this one, and from this screen we like skip this one and navigate to this.
Gotcha.
Maybe something with that. But okay, let's continue, and maybe later we will figure out.
We'll get it figured out, and if Howard's here, he can help us too. I'll do my best. Maybe I can play around in XD too and see if I can figure something out. Toothify. Was that tooth much? Saddam, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Calendent. That's not bad. All right, let's see how this draw pull. Howard suggests make sure the invisible layers are also on the previous artboard.
Yes, thank you, Howard. Yeah.
He's a genius.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. All right, we get one vote. Got to make it count. These are so good. All right, I got my eye on the survey results, so we'll put your vote in. We got a straw poll link in the chat. Let us know what your favorite name is, and then we'll name our app that.
Thank you, Howard. It works.
Yes. Nice job. So in case you're wondering what we did there, how to make that work, or anybody watching, do you want to reiterate how you're able to solve that problem?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to have ability to navigate from this screen back and forward, and I couldn't apply two actions to one layer. So this is why I created two invisible layers on top of the element, and one of them navigates forward and other one navigates back. And I had an issue. I didn't have these invisible layers on the previous artboard, so it didn't work. But when I add these two invisible layers, the same as I have here, everything's okay. So you should just make sure that each element that you want to animate, that they are on this on the all artboards that you want to switch between, and also you should check the names. So names should be similar.
Yep, they should be consistent across artboards and have the same layer names. That's usually where a problem will arise if you're having trouble animating. I just saw that the countdown for chat and win has hit 0. So pretty soon, if you're watching, we're gonna have we've got some fireworks. So all you need to do is log into chat on behance.net/live. Tell us hi, tell us a joke, let us know your favorite tooth pun, and while you're thinking of one, we'll be right back. comment time. We've got James saying aloha. Bojana's getting in there. We've got Ryan, Teen, Olivier. Oh my gosh. You want to try and guess the winner again? Pick a name.
Let's try.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Alexandra D.
Actually, I also wanted
Really?
to say the same, so...
All right, we'll see. That's our pick, though. I mean, you didn't win yet. Your name has to appear above us, but that's the one we think's gonna win. And if you win, and you're wondering what's
lose.
going on, you'll get a Moon Notebook with lay flat technology. You'll get a message on Behance here in a couple minutes if you're the winner. So stick around. And if we haven't picked a winner yet, so you still have time to log in and chat on Behance. Bojan is just saying really nice words. Lovely. Great. Hey Chandler, good to see you. I know I've seen you there in chat before. Hey, Kate from Ohio, check this out. Woo! OH. Oh, we got our name. Oh, we were wrong. But that's exciting anyways.
Paola
Castillo. Probably Castillo, right?
Yeah, Castillo.
Paola Castillo. Congratulations. You're the winner
Congratulations.
of a Moon Notebook. You'll get a message on Behance here in a second. And if you didn't win and you're watching the stream and you're like, hey, Moo's pretty cool, you can go to moo.com/Adobe Live and get 15% off your next order. So go order some business cards or some name tags or whatever else type of stationery you want. It's really nice stuff. Kurt's in there. OH. IO! You can't tell I went to Ohio State. Cool, so we solved the problem right before chat win. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. And so now we move on to our next.
Yeah, we move to the next screen, and I'm going to add the same for all screens so we can have the full flow back and forward. I'm just noticed that on the last screen I have layers in a little bit different position, and now I'm fixing it.
Nice, nice. Hey, happy birthday, Saddam. Let's have some happy birthdays in the chat for Saddam. It is his birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. If you have plans for your birthday, let us know. And is it anybody else's birthday? Do you share birthdays? That would be pretty cool. We got some happy birthdays in chat. Thanks, Munir. Thanks, pal. I don't know why. It always feels so nice to get well wishes on your birthday. Like, oh, thanks. When's your birthday?
October 13.
Oh, you just had one. Pretty recently. Cool.
Yeah, like months ago.
Yeah, that's exciting. My birthday's in December, so mine's coming up. Cool. December 28th, right after Christmas. Maxime, thanks for being here. If you shared your portfolio on the portfolio review tab on Behance, we have it. And on the back end, we'll select 2 portfolios to review in this stream. If you don't get a portfolio review in this stream, you can share it again in the next one, and you could potentially have another chance. And the reason we ask you to share it again is just to make sure that you're actually there and you haven't left sometime between the last stream and the new one. Hey Ryan, December babies, unite. Super cool. Anyone else born in December? That's right. Got his hands up. Woo! Hopefully that's not loud in the microphone. We've got September for Val. So we have September. We have October. We need a November.
Yeah.
Wait, we have November. Saddam's birthday's today. We've got a December. Let's see if we can get every month. Do we have other months in chat? Other birthday months?
Yeah, maybe some spring.
Yeah. Spring, summer. Yeah, we got June. Nice. August. Oh my gosh. July. March. We might get all of them.
Cool.
So cool. So we got June, July, August, March, September, October, November, December. Oh my gosh. So we just need January, February, April.
April, yeah.
That's it. January, we got it. Now just February and April. And don't lie just so we can complete the challenge. Hey, we have February. Any April babies? We gotta have one. The springtime. Hey, April, we did it.
Cool.
Super cool. So now we know we have a reason to celebrate every month of Adobe Live. Because we always have a birthday going on. Munir, I'm also a swimmer. Where do you do open water swimming at? I'd love to know. Munir lives in Morocco, I believe. Let me confirm. Yep. Yeah, I want to know where you do open water swimming. It's probably beautiful. Okay. We've talked about birthdays. We've shared our birthdays. But let's start talking about design again.
Let's do. So, I'm still on the last step.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm copy-paste elements to make drag and drop rock. So I copy this one to this artboard,
Nice.
move it, change the size, and I need to do the same with this layer.
Nice.
So I think few minutes and we'll have everything rocks.
I feel like you're too fast. You're too good at this. Your animation experience is shining through.
But we have a lot of stuff to animate
Yeah.
that we can animate here, so
Val has a question for you. Do you intend to add any more colors to your application? And if so, how would you go about making decisions on colors?
actually for now I'm not going to add additional colors because I want to have like one accent on some call to action buttons, on some selected elements, and sometimes actually it depends on application. I also created some application where I had like 6 different colors, but I had like 6 rows of people in application.
Gotcha.
So it was like some kind of color coding. But usually I'm trying to use no more than 2 colors.
That makes sense, because you want your call to actions to stand out against everything else. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Sometimes we'll get, actually we probably even saw some design submissions that like, it's kind of hard to fight it. Like you want to play with colors and you're like, oh, I've got this button, why not make it green? You know, or I've got this border, let's throw a gradient in there. It's easy to want to do that, but sometimes you got to fight the urge. Because I think your main priority for the most part when you're designing one of these applications is you want a product that works.
Yes.
That's so cool, Munir. Swimming in the rivers sounds so fun. I want to try that soon. We've got some good rivers in California too. Gustavo, welcome back. He's been here all week. Good to see you. And I'm going to check this straw poll really quickly. All right, we have, they're sort of across the board, the names. They voted, everybody voted for their favorite, but there's no unanimous. The number 1 only has 2 votes compared to the rest, which have 1. So
we can wait a little bit.
yeah, We can share it in chat again. Here we go. Make your vote count. Hey Beck, nice to see you again. Thanks for joining us. Beck is also one of our regulars and is here quite frequently. We appreciate you being here. Ash says, name it app name. Okay. Very clever. I feel like I need to put my chair up higher so everyone can see that my shirt says Ohio. I want them to know. I'll go like this. Oh. There we go. Just peeking at.
So actually,
We both thought, huh.
you see, so it's really important to have the layer in the same position for animation, because as you saw previously, I changed the position and we had animations worked not so good. So now I'm going to fix it, and we have the full flow. I'm going to check every screens to have navigation by drag in both flows, forward and back, and we can start animating other screens.
I think this is another time where having the assets panel organized is going to be your friend.
Yeah.
Because it'll help you more quickly identify where something might have gone wrong in terms of keeping those things consistent from artboard to artboard.
Yeah, exactly.
You've obviously done a good job doing that. It's a good tip for anyone watching. And yeah, my name is Gus. I typically am participating in chat as Adobe Live. I also run some things behind the scenes here for our team and our live streams. But sometimes they let me get in front of the camera and host our wonderful guests. So I'm your host today, and our guest is Olga. If you're just tuning in, just quickly about her. She's a product designer, a UI UX designer, and also a co-founder of her own design agency. And she's been with us for the last 2 days. This is the third day where she's prototyping and putting the finishing touches on an application that she's built essentially from scratch in Adobe XD. So if you have questions, let us know. Oucho. I have a feeling Eric voted for one that had not been voted for yet. That's what my gut tells me. Yeah, you'll see her Behance link in chat. You should definitely click on it and give her a follow and check out some of her projects. Because Olga has a cool portfolio. Actually, I'm gonna show them really quickly what it looks like. So here's her Behance page. She has some really nice projects here that you can surf through, and you can tell that super clean design aesthetic. Projects are laid out very well, so this can be a nice benchmark for you, especially today when we're doing our portfolio reviews, of a really nice way to structure a project and to present your work. So check her out on Behance. Jan wants to call it Dent Eric. Because it's all Eric Sue dentists.
Yeah. Oh, just Eric.
Dent Eric. Just book Eric. Eric's app. So you're going back through all of your previous screens and making sure that they're consistent.
Yeah. And making rock everywhere, drag and drop. And I have this one. And I have it here. Both ways. Good.
Nice. It's coming together.
Yeah.
Hey Nazar, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, I cannot understand that comment. We ask that you try to comment in English if you can, just because that's the language that most of us speak and use in chat, so that I can understand and answer your questions, or understand what you're saying. So one of the ones they really like is called the Tooth Fairy, but it's spelled Ferry, which is like something that gets you from one place to another, like a ship. So they think the Tooth Fairy, I think that's the one that's winning right now. And we have a tagline for it. It is, use the Tooth Fairy to make your dental wishes come true.
Cool.
Although actually, our new leader is Bright. Bright is the leader right now. Yeah, I don't have well, actually I do have a personal Behance portfolio, but I don't have any projects on it, so there's no sense in following me on Behance. Typically we'll run the Adobe Live account, which has a lot of projects on it that were created live on stream. So if you're curious to see the final results of some of the work that you're seeing right now, you should follow that account and give some appreciations to those projects. Fernando says, I type in American, LOL. I don't know if I think I said English. I hope I did. Saying no thanks. Nice. So you're over here testing it on your phone too, and maybe we can.
Yeah, we can show it.
I can probably do the GoPro because. Oh wait, let me try. This is a risky move. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. See, told you it was risky. All right, we're gonna go back to yours.
I can show it through QuickTime Player, but
And if you need more time to set it up, go for it.
I'll try.
Okay. Thanks for the confirmation, Val. I was worried there for a second. Nazar says it's cool to see Ukrainians on the project. Super cool. And Olga is very talented. Let me do this. Check this out. Whoa. So, I can see your phone here. So what Olga's doing right now is actually testing on her phone and tapping through the prototype.
Yeah, you just need to download Adobe XD Mirror on your phone, and you can have live preview of your design.
Yeah, and I think what's really cool about it is actually if you edit it live in the app, it actually changes live also in the preview. So it's super responsive and you can change things right away if you see an error. It's pretty cool. So we'll go back to here.
Yeah, for example, if I show it through QuickTime Player, it will be pretty the same as that Adobe, that XD preview shows.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice trick.
But it's always really good to see on real device.
Boris, your suggestion about having a hover state in XD is definitely a highly requested feature. Actually, Howard's in there. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you want to stay up to date on it, you can go to the user voice forum. It's super easy to find. You just go to uservoice.xd. Let me see, user voice. Yeah, it's adobeXD.uservoice.com. And you can submit a request and upvote requests and make comments and track them. And it's a really cool place to get insights into the future of the program and also help direct it.
Now I'm adding animations by tapping on buttons, and it's real quick. You just select a layer,
Nice.
and just drag your arrow, and that's it.
Yeah, it typically will remember some of the settings previously and then just do it automatically if you've done the same thing a couple times.
Yeah.
People are excited about the live preview. It's pretty neat. All you need to do is download the Adobe XD app and you can start playing around with it, or you can plug it into your computer as well. I'm thankful we have Howard in chat today. He's my backup. Called in the troops.
So actually we have the full flow that we can drag and drop and also use buttons. So we need to select first, next, we can come back.
Nice. So you can do either or, right?
Yeah. Select, next, and select.
Cool. And then it changes to book
Yeah.
instead of next. Does it just kind of like fade into book? I actually didn't catch that in the prototype when you hit next. Yeah, it just kind of changes.
Yeah.
So you might even be able to change, like if you wanted that to look differently, you might even be able to change what that fade looks like as the text changes from next to book.
Actually, yeah, now it seems like two different layers. But for example, I can, I don't know, maybe can duplicate the names and see the different. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I misspoke there. Yeah, and Val, you're right. You have plenty of time if you want to get a portfolio review. Olga and I will be reviewing 2 portfolios right at the end of the stream for about 20 minutes. And if you want one, all you got to do is share it with us. We'd love to see it.
And actually what I'm going to animate next, I want to animate create account screen and show how field change and became active while you tap on it. So we have active states that looks like this.
Cool.
And I want to have to show the screen empty and the screen when you have focus on one of the field.
Nice.
And I hope it will be cool animations like, you know, this line from the beginning to the end, it just show up.
So like if you click on it, it starts.
Yeah.
Yes, that's going to be cool.
So I need to create 2 states of the screen. One of them is empty. Actually, we also can have, for example, like animate keyboard, for example. It's pretty common scenes when your keyboard show up from the button. And we can also try it and show how you can do it in Adobe XD.
Nice.
So we have empty state, and here we should have focus state. So I just go to this one screen, and no, not this one. I want to duplicate this arrow.
Thanks for the insights, Howard. It says yesterday's update was mostly bug fixes. If you're curious about all the updates to Adobe XD, typically there are major improvements and updates and bug fixes every month. And there's a website you can go to with the newest features. We can share the link on Behance, but it kind of outlines the major updates and the major points from each update. You see what it is. Yeah, it's just adobe.com/products/xd/features. You can get a recap of everything there.
So I'm going to switch to design mode, and actually when I change this element, this text, it also changed text in the previous field because I used repeat grid, and now I'm going to ungroup it, and so I may change them separately.
Gotcha.
So I select ungroup grid, change back the name.
Thanks, Val. You're on the ball today. Thanks for sharing all the helpful links in chat. I'm excited to see how you animate these text fields.
I'm going to duplicate the layer with arrow, and I'm going to duplicate it to this screen, and I'm going to set up like 0 size for this field, and I select, actually I'm going to ungroup it here too. So I select this element, I'm going to switch to prototype mode and tap, and let's see.
Nice. Do you have like a kind of like a progress bar there?
Yeah, just few fixes. It's not perfect right now, and just move a little bit, and here too.
I wonder if it would be possible to make it look like you're typing on a keyboard. You know, like to animate letters in, so it's like, it says like
actually,
Andrew Green.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. Howard, let us know if that's something that you figure out how to do.
Something that's possible. Or even without keyboard, even showing like name like by letters, you know, something like.
Yeah, it kind of imitates.
Yeah, imitate typing.
Let me see. He has something similar. Wait, who does like a number counter?
Yeah.
Or does something like this? But
something
what we could maybe
yeah.
do is, because I know how he did that. So we could potentially use like, we could have like a shape, like an object, and then use a layer mask.
Yeah.
And then have like all of the letters there, but not showing in the first one. And then in the second one, change it so they're showing. And then maybe it'll, I don't know. It'll probably just fade in, but yeah.
Short answer, yes. Long answer, a lot of artboards at the moment.
Okay.
So actually, the other way is to have like separate artboard for each letter. And on this artboard, they all like 0 opacity. And on the second one, 100 opacity. And yeah.
It would take a while, yeah. A lot of work for a very minor detail. But that could be cool.
It's pretty easy in After Effects to create such animation.
Yeah. But Howard says, yeah, if you want the text just to appear, you can use a mask. So that's kind of what I was describing. It wouldn't look exactly right, but it's possible. Thanks for all the help, everyone. If you have any ideas for us, or you have suggestions, or you have questions, just jump into chat on Behance. Let us know.
So I'm going to move forward
Mhm.
and tapping on Let's Start. You navigate to your appointment screen.
Nice.
I'm just not sure which animation I want to use here and how I want this appear.
Mm.
So actually,
You know, it could be
Let's see.
cool. I don't know, maybe this is too many overlays, but you could have it like when you hit the button, the next screen like scrolls up from the bottom or like scrolls down from the top. So it's like, instead of just like a transition where it fades out and fades in, it could be like snap in place or something.
yeah, I think we can use it for some elements. It's more common, for example, for mobile when you use this like for model screens, because it's so when screen appears from somewhere, he also should disappear in
Yeah.
this way, and also it should show you, like not just I have nice effects. It also should help user navigate between screens.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your example is good for model screens, and for example, for some screens that should appear for the
Mhm.
button. I think we can create something nice with these cards.
Mm-hmm.
So when we already booked an appointment and we see list of them, it should like scrolls from this way to show that there are some of them.
Cool.
Something like this.
Nice.
But first we need to quickly create final screen. So
Mhm.
when I tap on book, I have confirmation screen, and we haven't designed it yesterday, but I think we can do it really quickly today and have the full prototype.
Cool. I'm excited to see it. Simon, I don't believe there are noise effects in XD, but you can definitely make them with your mouth, which is pretty fun. Like whoosh, like boop. It's pretty fun. And those are just two of the ones I know. And we'll probably have a motion design stream sometime. I don't know if we'll have one before the end of the year, but we'll have one relatively soon, motion assure. So thanks for the question. Lita, thanks for joining us. Nice to see you. And Anel, of course, as always, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. I really liked the point you made about, because I kind of started getting like a little wacky, and like, oh, we could do this and that, about how like if you add an animation or you have an overlay or something snaps into place, there has to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to just do it because it looks cool.
Yeah, because it can just distract users.
Yeah. I think that's a good reminder for any designer, especially, like for me, I'm not a professional designer, so I would just think like, ooh, how could I use all these cool tools? Like, how can I use animate in like 10 different ways?
Everything that I know
Yeah.
in one project.
Exactly.
To show that I am a good designer
Yeah.
because I know everything.
Exactly. So you have to really resist the urge and make products and experiences that work really well and that are intentional in terms of the interactions. Fernando, we just had an Adobe Rush stream 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So you can check out those replays on the replays tab right above the player. It was pretty cool. They were editing vlogs and videos for YouTube.
On this screen should be something more fun, but I'm not sure if we have time now for creating some icon or searching for this. I'm for now just put some like placeholder and animate it, and then if we have a little bit more time, if we have some time left, I'm going to maybe create something more fun here.
Cool. Sounds fun.
I just want to try, to animate the screen and see how it may look.
Yeah, please. I think it's interesting seeing you approach animation compared to the UI design, because you had mentioned yesterday you like to tackle the hardest screens first.
Yeah.
And I think you're kind of doing something similar with the animation? Maybe not.
Actually, yeah.
But it's like you want to try and figure out the hardest stuff and know how it's done, and then I think you can apply what you've learned to something that might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, exactly. So we have last screen, we have book, we go into prototype mode, here actually I'm think thanks for booking can appear a little bit more interesting way. So I'm going to create it like a pop-up and add some nice effects.
Cool.
So going back.
It'd be cool if those like stars twinkled or something. See, look at me. I'm getting silly again. You don't need it, but it could be cool. Kurt, absolutely. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great day. And if you ever join us again, please say hi. It'd be nice to see you back here for another stream.
I'm going to change button size here, and this is why I unlink it from symbols. Because if I don't do it, all buttons going to change.
Gotcha. Because it was linked in symbols.
Yeah.
Have you done that before? Edited something and then it just changes across all your artboards? And you're like, oh man.
Yeah, but it's quickly to change.
Yeah. Do you use Control Z or what's the protocol? If you mess up, what's your go-to? Do you have? I noticed you have like a bank of artboards that you're kind of referring to.
I have just Command Z.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what I do too.
It helps every time.
But I noticed you do something that Marvin does also. You kind of have like all of your finished artboards above where you're prototyping. So like if something really goes south,
Yeah.
you can just delete it and then reference back the thing that was what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Check in on the straw poll really quickly. Yeah, Bright is still in the lead. But Bright to me is very similar to Smile.
How many votes?
We have 3 votes for Bright, 2 votes for Tooth Fairy, 2 votes for Dent Book, 2 votes for Tooth Hurdy, and then 1 vote for several others. So we don't have a unanimous winner.
Actually, we wanted to try yesterday background blur, and
Nice.
we can try it here. So you just select checkbox and have some settings. You can make it darker, lighter.
Cool. I think I need glasses. That's pretty blurry. It's hard to see. Oh, there we go. Val's Photoshop. Do you really want to delete all colors? Okay, so you need to know this about Val. Val loves the color purple. Do you really want to delete all colors except purple? You cannot undo action. Yes or no? I think we all know the answer to that. Have you heard of the shade of black that absorbs like 99% of light called Vanta Black? You ever heard of that?
I think no.
I just learned about this the other day. It's like it's like copyrighted and it's like proprietary color of black. I think was designed for like space exploration or something. And it's so dark when you look at it, it doesn't even look real. Like it looks weird. It looks like there's just nothing there almost, because it just absorbs all light. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah.
I am the purple queen. All other purple queens are inferior. Yeah, Colin. Colin knows about Vantablack. Super cool. But there's only one artist that's allowed to use it. Nobody else is allowed to use it. I noticed on that last artboard that there was no like background blur going on.
Yeah, and here's also I don't see like
Wonder why.
close icon. Strange.
Oh wait, now the icon's there. Wait, now the blur's there.
Oh.
It hurt us. XD's listening. Wait.
Maybe you see?
And
Maybe
maybe
if I tap maybe it navigates to different
yeah.
artboard.
I guess we could check in prototype mode where it's connected.
Yeah, actually switch to prototype. Yes.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Vantablack is what cis wear on their cloaks, and Batman. Kathleen! Ayo! Woo! We've the Buckeyes are known for their football team. Do you watch any sports?
Just maybe sometimes I don't know, soccer.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's it.
Do you like to play any?
Hmm?
Do you play any sports, or did you in the past?
It's cool. I played a little bit basketball, but just for fun.
Cool, yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's it.
Nice. It's fun. I played a lot of sports, a lot of them just for fun, but yeah, I'm cheering for Buckeye football this weekend. If you're just tuning in, just to catch you up to speed, we're live right now with Olga, who's designing and prototyping an app for booking appointments at a dentist office. We're in the third phase, so this is the third day of 3 days. So she's prototyping and putting the finishing touches on an interactive experience. We'll be doing portfolio reviews in about 15 minutes, so if you would like to get a portfolio review, you can fill out the form on the tab above chat on behance.net/live to get a chance, and then we'll be doing that here towards the end of the stream. Hey Patrick, thanks for joining. Also, if you're just joining, what's your favorite color? That's what we want to know. Oh, also, let us know if you have a name, an app name idea for this dentist appointment booking app. So I think we're still searching for the right one. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
I like you two are very coordinated today. I'm into it.
Yeah, we are.
You planned it, right?
We
Called
did.
Each other?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that sounds super interesting, Belle. I'll look that up later.
Actually, I'm going to use auto animation by time, and going to maybe animate a little bit our stars.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, I know you want it.
Cool.
And actually, it also allows to show, more features for animation.
You don't have to do it, but I appreciate you trying it. I want to see those stars twinkle or do something, spin. I don't know. Maybe they could like shoot off like fireworks.
Let's see.
All right, your favorite colors in chat. We've got blue, forest green, Gustavo. That's my man. We have the same name and the same favorite color. Orange. Well, Jan's is Vanta black. Sahil says all but black. So Sahil and Jan are complete opposites from one another. Kathleen says it should be named Brushed with no E. B-R-U-S-H-D. Brushed. Or Brush and Book.
Russian book. Let's see, I'm now trying to do firework for you.
Oh, are you?
I don't know what it will be.
I just love fireworks.
But let's try.
Okay, sounds good.
Anyway, we have Common Z.
Yeah, our favorite. Hi, Saint. Thanks for joining us. Awesome to see you. A lot of people like green. Munir says sky blue. Cool. Stars shining so brightly.
And how we can select, after change, do you know? Without necessity to tap.
If you go just to the full artboard, and then you do your transition there, like you click over to the next one. You're trying to do a time transition, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, click on the blue arrow. Yeah, exactly. Then your option now should be
Time. Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, fireworks! Ta-da!
But it's something strange.
We need sound effects. Ta-da!
I know what happened. We need to change this layer. So I have this layer on zero opacity on book appointment, and the stars are in different position. And if we remove it and change it, and also switch to design mode, make zero opacity, put it a little bit down, and tap on book.
Nice.
So you have firework.
Super cool. Saint, I am happy to catch you up to speed. Here's what's going on right now. We're live with Olga, who's designing and prototyping an app in Adobe XD. We've been live all week. This is the third stream of 3. And we're coming towards closer to the end of the stream. So what we'll be doing in about 11 minutes is actually performing portfolio reviews, where we review work that you share with us live on stream. So if you'd like a portfolio review, share it on behance.net/live. There's a tab right above chat that's called Portfolio Review, and all of the instructions are in there. If you have questions for Olga, please ask.
And now I'm going to animate these cards when you go to your appointments, and want to add some transitions.
Cool.
So I put it here, off a little bit, and make zero opacity, and go to my appointment, switch to prototype mode, and have animations using tab.
Nice.
So, but now I need to work on this animation to make it work smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
Yeah, it sort of like moves in and fades at the same time.
Yes.
And yep, Saint, we've been live for about an hour and 20 minutes. So there's about 35 minutes left in the stream. And if you're just tuning in and you're like, whoa, wait, I missed out on a bunch of cool stuff. That's all right. Paul Tranny is going to be live with Melody Sabori right after this, who will also be designing and prototyping an application. So you can stick around for that, or, grab some water, or do whatever you need to do, and come back around and you can watch an entire stream from beginning to end. So how are you going about solving that transition? problem?
Actually, I'm now trying to remove additional layers, because, for example, I see that your appointments previously also moved a little bit, because on the background we have a book appointment that was the same level with same name, and it seems like it's moving a little bit. So I removed book appointment from the background of this artboard. And now the next will be adding maybe additional effects to this transition. I want to play with maybe duration. So I switch to prototype mode. I tap on animation settings, and maybe I'm going to add like easy out. And let's see.
I was also thinking that the thanks for booking looks sort of like a pop-up, like it looks like it because it's a background blur.
And it seems like it should close and go somewhere.
Yeah, so you could, the very first screen, like the thanks for booking, could actually pop up like an overlay, and then when you close it, it could go back down.
Yeah, it's a little bit pop-up here.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is. Okay, got it.
And now it needs, I also need to add this layer to this artboard.
Okay, yeah.
And switch to design mode, change opacity to 0.
Nice, that's it.
Let's see.
Invisible.
No.
Yeah. Maybe if we...
I think we need to create 2 states. So the first state will be where is prototype mode? So the first state will be changing this screen, and the second step will be appearing of the booking appointment.
Nice.
So I think in this case we may have more smooth transition. So
It's kind of like adding a keyframe in or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Fernando, yeah, you can do a swipe effect. We were playing with that earlier. It's just called the drag effect. So you could create something like a swipe or a drag or a carousel that you can swipe through.
Yeah, actually, I can show it quickly.
Yeah,
We
please.
have it here, and you can select and drag between
exactly.
layers.
So check that out, and if you're curious how to use it, check out the Auto Animation UI Kit on Behance. It's a super cool resource for you to use and learn how to use Auto Animate in some creative ways. Provided and designed for you by Howard Pinsky.
And going to prototype mode, and I'm going also at time 0 second easy in. Let's see.
That's interesting.
There are like additional layers that shouldn't be there. So I need to copy this one, and actually no, I need to remove additional layer on the top, because we had this pop-up here.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
That's
we
right.
added it.
Good call.
And time 0 second, let's see. No.
Still did it.
Let's switch to design mode and see all layers on this artboard. And we have appointment, we have tab bar, appointment 2, status, large starter, background. We don't have, maybe because we don't have this background here. Let's try.
Yeah, there's a lot going on that artboard too.
Yes. So, okay. We're trying to go here. change. So we definitely don't need this layer, and we don't need this one. Let's see what else. Yes, that's it. And everything here we are going to, and we also don't need this.
5
Let's
minutes to
start.
share your portfolios. Get those in there. Actually, less than 5 minutes, about 3.5 minutes to share those with us. We'll be doing reviews here very shortly. Eric says, all I see in the artboard is my name. I feel very super special. You are special, Eric. You're all special. Patrick, I'm glad that you're loving Adobe XD. If you're discovering it for the first time and watching this live stream, you can download it for free. Try the starter version. You can use the entire app totally for free. So check it out. Sort of like goes to the right and then comes in from the left again.
Yeah. Yes, it needs to be more space, and this one too.
For anyone out there watching and learning Auto Animate in XD for the first time, or maybe you're a pro at it and you want to flex your skills, there's actually a challenge going on right now to use Auto Animate and to share work. The details are in the Adobe XD Slack channel, so you should check that out. It's a cool way to keep designing and keep improving yourself as a designer. What's going on in your head right now? What's the plan?
Actually, I'm trying to figure out what happened with animations and trying to make it more smooth. And I don't like how this layer appears. So I'm trying different modes and trying easy in, out, different time duration, different layer position. And let's see. So I want to try, I'll switch to prototype mode and maybe make it a little bit slower.
What do we try, snap or bounce?
Bounce, it will be like this.
Yeah, that's for fireworks only. Well, not so bad.
Yeah, it's much better.
I noticed it has like, when you do it underneath the blue card, it shows like buttons that then disappear again. It's like the back and next button, so you might have something on the artboard that's in, see, right? It shares just for a second. You might have something on your artboard.
Yeah. Yes, we need to And when it show up, let's check.
Yeah.
So
So it's before.
here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's before that card.
So let's switch to design mode and see what we have, which layers we have here. So on this artboard.
So maybe it's on the one with the blur. Underneath the blur is the buttons. It's like bringing
Yeah.
them back.
I see them like back and next. I remove
Mhm.
it. Let's
Nice.
see. No.
It might be on the artboard 52 also.
Yes. Let's see.
That is indeed the deadline for the portfolio reviews. If you still would like to get one, or you submitted and you don't get one in this stream, stick around for the next stream. Paul and Melody will be reviewing 2 more before the end of the day, so you'll still have another chance to get one.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, cool. I feel like that looks way less busy, huh? So,
So we have
cool.
next select consultation, next 11 a.m., next insurance time, go to my appointments.
Cool. That's so awesome. I really love that. So just a heads up, everyone, we'll do portfolios and reviews in just a second. We just need to make sure that our spaceship has enough fuel and that we clear the airway from, meteorites, satellites, starships, the Millennium Falcons flying around before we jump up there. So whenever you're ready, just let me know and we can jump into portfolio reviews.
Yeah, cool.
Welcome to the Portfolio Review Space Station here on Adobe Live. I'm taking mine off because we have the airlocks on, so we're safe.
Cool.
Safe from dangerous space dust and radiation. And we're here in the station. We've got our portfolio behind us. So we'll go ahead and start reviewing the first portfolio. Thanks for sharing it with us, G2 Route. Super cool portfolio. I think you participated in the challenge yesterday and created a nice design for us. So thanks for coming back again. Something I usually like to do when I'm reviewing these is do you want to review here or do you want to look at my computer? Does that
Yeah, I
work
think
better for
your
you?
computer will be
And you can
better.
scroll through if you want to. Sometimes I like to look at the overall, like how they're presenting
Yeah,
their work
yeah.
before jumping
too.
into a project.
A lot of works, and
Yeah.
I like the way how everything is presented. It's clean and it's give you like information, and you quickly understand what you may expect going into portfolio.
Yeah, I especially like this about me. I don't know how long it is. It looks like there's a read more. Sometimes a suggestion I'll make is actually to put less rather than more, so it's bite-sized and it's easy to understand. But I think this is nice. It gives me a general understanding of who you are and what you're about and what your expertise is in.
So let's start with first one.
Cool. Let's do it. Trades.
A digital currency with zero commission,
Cool.
made with XD
Awesome.
and free.
Awesome. Yeah, I already really like the layout here. It's really, I know what the project is. You've laid out your assets for us.
Yeah.
You have an animation here at the top. Super professional. I didn't know there's going to be a SpaceX launch in 12 minutes. We're actually time travelers, and that's what we were just in. That's how we get to the space station.
Actually, Yeah, what I can quickly say,
Mhm.
it's always better instead of lorem ipsum, use some context. Use some real information, or at least try to put something. It's always better than use just lorem ipsum.
It's funny though because it actually says lorem ipsum has been the industry standard dummy
Ah.
text ever since the 1500s, when an unknown printer took. So I think there is text there. Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right, yeah,
Text
yeah.
of
Yeah,
the
you're right.
printing. It's a little bit fun. It's not just it's
I
not
agree.
regular lorem ipsum, but more context is always better. And actually, I always love to read some description when I going through project, and I saw that this text is similar to this one.
It's
You see?
it's identical actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and yes, it's what I'm trying to notice when I review some portfolio
Yeah, that's great feedback.
here.
Especially if it's your final project in your
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah, especially for presentation, you can even imagine what can be here. You can check similar projects and similar website and try to make some focus on important information, because text is also really important in project. Not only how it looks, but also what you say to people.
I totally agree. That's a great catch because it fooled me. I thought, oh, that's a sentence. It's not lorem ipsum, but it is.
Yeah, and maybe here a little bit more space, because, for example, on this layer you have less space between label and body text than between rows. So it should be like opposite. So you should have more space here than between elements inside.
I also noticed for the colors, there's like a drop shadow or something behind them. And I think for me that might be it makes the color look a little different to me. Like I wonder if they would look different without them.
Yeah, I think it will be better to maybe at least remove shadow here. Yeah, because you will have like clear colors.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's switch to the next project.
Yeah. There wasn't a prototype you could interact with in there, was there? Or like a layout of the screens or artboards? So
I
I
think
think my last
no.
recommendation was maybe
just
have something that shows
animation?
us more of the full experience, so that we know like how it functions, right? Because it's a nice design, but I don't get a sense for like you've kind of talked about this all week. Like how does it function? Like what's its purpose? How is it used? Does it work? I think that's always nice to contribute to a project.
Some mobile experience.
Nice onboarding experience.
Yeah. Bye. Oh. Funny images, like colorful style, and you feel some emotions looking on the chat. Yeah, everyone is fun. Thanks.
Yeah, again, I would love to see like an embedded prototype that you could swipe, like it shows you the layout, and then you can play with it.
It always gives more experience, and also it will be really good to have some more description. So not just this is onboarding and what is this project about, what was the goal of this onboarding, what you want to present. It always better to show full image.
Even maybe some research that you've done, like maybe you did some user research.
Yeah, so why you choose the people, who is your target audience?
Yeah, I think gives more context to the project, but overall it was presented really well. I thought the look was nice. It was really easy to digest.
Yeah, it was a good presentation and a lot of space, and it's clean. Yeah. Crypto money app concept. Hot topic.
Yeah, until everybody lost money on it.
Yeah, actually the same here. I want to know more.
Yeah.
I want more descriptions. This is for now just 3 images, but I want to see the story. Why you select this decision? Why? What is this chart about? Why you select these colors? What users can do through this application? And So why you make such decisions?
Yeah, I think that this is a great start, and if you were just to add some more to it with the same layout, the same
Yeah.
project layout, it could be really, really strong, like much stronger than it already is, which is already nice.
Yeah, just start with some story.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves story.
Yep. All right, we'll
So-
do one more, and then we'll jump on to the next
Which one would you like to see?
Do any of them jump out at you? This one jumped out at me.
Okay, let's do it.
Be hero. It's a
Free UI kit.
blood donation.
And also
Cool.
XD.
Oh,
Cool.
cool.
I like the banner. Maybe I make it a little bit bigger because space allows, and it looks cool. So I want to see it like on full screen.
Mm-hmm.
I like color presentation. Maybe instead just have Montserrat. Maybe have also which size and some additional information.
Mm-hmm.
High fidelity wireframe. Can we interact with this or not?
I don't think so. If you
Yeah.
click, it'll probably just blow up the image.
Yeah.
I like the illustrations a lot.
Yeah. And
I-
I also like the way presentation where it's continue
Mhm.
to other screens.
This kind of reminds me of your app a little bit, where it's like dentist or blood donations. Those can be kind of scary things, right?
Yeah.
So you have to like make it sort of friendly
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and inviting. And I think that this does a good job doing that.
Yeah, good buttons, good spacing here. Not sure about font size, but it's just smaller than the real size of font, so
Mhm.
I just don't know. Maybe it's a little bit small for font, but also it may be because of size of presentation. But
Right.
for example here, Amsterdam, it's maybe too small, but anyway, you need to check on real device.
Mhm.
Cool. But also it's really good presented screens.
Mhm.
I just want some more context. I just want some more story. Anybody can give.
Mhm.
Good.
That's really cool. I like that you've also made it so like anyone's free to use
Yeah.
your work at the bottom. I think that's really generous and super cool, because it can be a great starting point for people
Yeah.
that are trying to learn design. They can play with your design and change some things and, get a better sense for how it works.
Yeah, it's a good job.
Mhm.
Just
Fantastic.
yeah, a little bit more text and it will be super cool.
Yeah, and G2, if you're watching right now, I'd love to know if you created those illustrations. I think that also speaks to a point of
Yeah.
saying, like, let's say it's an entire app design. Did you do all of it, or did you focus on the user flow? Did you do the research? Did you do the screen design? It helps the viewer know, like, if it was a team project or you did everything yourself. So that's something I'm thinking. So the next one up is Bojana, who's been here with us all 3 days so far.
Cool.
She's a good friend of ours.
So let's see.
Also,
Oh.
if you're watching right now and you're seeing these portfolios, you can find them on Behance. There will probably be a link in chat, or you can click on their avatar in the chat on Behance and you can actually look at the projects yourself. And I know they would all appreciate it very much if you could give them some follows and appreciations, because I think it takes a lot of courage to share your work over the internet like this.
It's every time interesting to see the full presentations, like full portfolio view, and you see how the style changed from the beginning to this days. So now you see all projects presented in similar way with nice background. I like the way of presentation.
Yeah, I really do too. I also think it could be a situation where you remove some of the oldest work that doesn't really reflect your current design style and your experience level, so that people viewing your portfolio that don't know much about you don't stumble upon your old work before seeing your new work.
Yeah.
So I think it's sometimes nice to clear house a
I
little
also
bit.
some time to time
Mhm.
delete old projects.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
also it's nice to have some of them and see, see progress, or see how styles and trends changed from year to year.
Yeah, that's very true.
So let's also try the first one.
Yep. So it looks like this was a design done for the XD Daily Creative Challenge.
Yeah, challenge.
Which actually is something that Melody participated in, and then she got invited to be on the stream.
Cool.
So could happen to you too.
You see a lot of screens,
Yeah.
a lot of work. And prototype. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it looks like we got a video here. I liked the mock-ups above this too. I thought those looked nice. So this is the searching. There we go. Hey, William. William Brown. And your go-to is Andrew Green, right? Is that it? Jeffrey? Adam Green.
Adam Green, yeah.
Adam Green. Oh, cool. So there's more in here.
One more challenge.
If you're just now learning about the XD Daily Creative Challenge, super cool way for you to participate in daily challenges and improve as a designer. We do them quite frequently, and I think we'll have another one in December. So if you join the XD Slack channel, you can get a lot more information on that as it comes.
Here will be nice to play with fonts and maybe highlight some more important information and make text not so boring. I mean, maybe add some, at least highlight something, maybe have some quotes, maybe have some additional graphic elements, and yeah, because it's every time easier to read when you have some something to focus on.
I think what's also cool here is that she kind of like designed different states for the text.
Yeah.
Like let's say you're doing an ebook and there's like a night mode and you can change
Yeah,
size
cool.
and the text color. Might be cool on those screens to actually highlight that the text or that the night mode was turned on. Could be a nice way.
And one more prototype here.
Here we go. Nice.
Cool.
Oh, okay, so it is.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, actually this is book and you can change, so here's the book and you can know how the text will be formatted. So my comment,
Super nice. I feel like the video being at the bottom is awesome, but maybe if it's at the top, it answers some of the questions that we had, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Put it on the top and maybe put it on some background, and I know you can create, for example, like 2 layers. For example, you will have video here and some description here. Also, you can choose any background when you created a portfolio in Behance, so you can nice format it.
Yeah, I agree totally.
And yeah, a little bit more description, a little bit more about goals of challenge, and for example, on these screens also maybe nice to show them like some kind of flow.
Yep.
You know, not just one by one, but have some flow.
Yeah, kind of in the last one we looked at where there was like the dotted line.
Yeah, and yeah, it will be a little bit longer, but why not? You just have to something to focus on, you navigate through flow, and here is just a lot of the same screens, and it's difficult to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I've seen in the past actually some people have taken a screenshot of their wires like in prototype mode and then just uploaded the screenshot, and it's not the most well designed way to do it, but it also gives you a feel for what that process looked like, how the app and the screens interact with one another.
So
Cool.
which one's the next?
Let's jump into one more. Let's try one that's not a daily challenge if we can. I mean, maybe that's all of the UI UX work in there.
I see
Because then
here
we'll jump
it's
to
not
graphic
like-
designing. Oh, that's an app though.
Yeah, it's not challenge.
Cool.
And here is some description. It's
It's
also
nice.
from some events, but yeah, it gives information what it was created for.
Yep.
It's good.
Cool.
And
Looks
video.
like we got a video again. Slide this up. Oh, there we go. Cool.
yeah,
I think maybe it's intentional, like the transitions are slow so you can see each screen.
yeah, just a little bit faster because it seems like you see 2 screens at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of overlap, so that could be cool. But overall, yeah, I think it's nice, and I like the context.
Yeah. So let's select something else. What what we want to see.
So it looks like we're down in branding and graphic design now.
Yeah, let's maybe see something from branding
Sure.
by now. So maybe this
And
one.
we have about 4 minutes left in the stream, so we'll kind of
Okay, we
get through
just
this
quickly-
and then we can
yeah,
jump back to
okay.
your stuff.
This is
Nice. I like this
portfolio.
graphic on the front a lot.
This portfolio for architect.
Cool.
That present project. Yeah, so it's good to know what is it about.
Mm-hmm.
Animation.
Oh, that's cool. I like the GIF or
Yeah.
GIF, depending on how you say it.
Coffee shop. Yeah, just a little bit more space here from the sides,
Mhm.
and here, just more breeze.
Yeah, let it breathe a little bit. But I like the layout a lot, and I think it's easy to understand the contents, the front and the back of the book. Like you really get a sense for what the design looks like,
Yeah, cool.
which is cool. But Jonna, congratulations for getting a portfolio review. If you didn't get one today, please feel free to share it again in the next stream. But just I don't know, big thank you. I know it takes a lot of courage to share your work with us and to get a review, and share
Yeah.
your designs on stream. So we appreciate it, and I just want to tell you you're doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So before we end the stream, let's jump back into your design and then kind of get caught up to speed on what we were able to complete today and maybe over the course of the week.
Yeah, actually, for today, actually these 3 days, we created a mobile app for booking an appointment in dental clinic. First day, we talked about goals, audience, flow, and created wireframes. Here they are. Yesterday, we created UI for this screen, so here. And today, we animated the screens. We animated create account screen and show how fields became active. Then we switch to appointments screen that empty, and also then we create a booking flow.
Yeah.
So which you can interact by tapping on buttons or just drag and drop cards.
Nice. And this was all done basically with auto animate
Yeah.
and the drag feature and some time transitions, right?
Yeah, we create some firework because
Yes.
Gus asked it,
Oh no.
especially for
The
Gus.
hovering art director.
Yeah,
Like that serves no purpose, but sure.
And navigation to appointment screen.
Awesome. Wow, I love it. I think you've done an amazing job this week. Seriously, thank you for being with us.
Thank you
And-
too. Thank you for
yeah.
invitation. It was awesome.
It was seriously our pleasure. Before we go, make sure you're following on basically all social channels. Olga's Behance page is awesome. Also check out her website and digital agency Netrix. They do some really cool work. So yeah, thanks for being here. We'll be right back with Melody and Paul in just about 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
No problem, my pleasure.
Bye.